Hello.
Right, so,
Fancy seeing you here.
right. Now it's on. Look at this superstar. Misunderstood Genius here, aka MG, here in New York still, leaving tonight, but I'm here with Stefania Ferrario. She's from Australia. We're gonna just interview her on her process or her progress in the industry as a model. Let's rock. All right, so first question, how are you?
I'm good. I feel very excited to be in New York. I was very nervous to begin with coming here, but it's exceeded my expectations, so I'm feeling good.
Okay, and what brings you here? I mean, do you have something booked or what's going on?
So I got signed with IMG and I finally got my work visa, which was a long time in the works. So here I am, giving it a go in NYC.
All right, you heard it here first. So as a model, what inspired you to start this journey?
Well, I've always been quite the performer. I've always liked being in front of a camera. When I was in preschool, I would gather around children and do performances for them as well. So I guess it just seemed fitting for me to go down the path of modeling and to pursue that.
Okay. So what were some of the things that people told you, friends or family, like starting the journey? Were people really supportive of you? Or did you feel like you were fighting the wave a little bit?
People really were not supportive at all. I did have one or two. I can think of one friend that was from the very beginning was always very supportive, but schoolmates, even my parents who are both academics were very hesitant because modeling is a career that's not guaranteed to keep you sustained for your whole life.
Right.
Some of the best quotes I can remember from school are people saying things like, Steph's too fat to be a model. If Steph can model, anyone can model. I do agree with that. I think that the modeling industry should be open to everyone and everyone should be able to model. Right. But, I mean, they meant it in a pretty mean way. So, no, it was a lot of negativity, especially at the beginning.
Right. And how did you deal with that, just being young?
I've always been a little bit of an outsider ever since I can remember, especially in primary school. I didn't sort of mix with the other kids as much, so it wasn't too difficult for me. And I guess I just sort of accepted it, and if anything, I sort of took it on board and I went, well, I'm going to prove you wrong and you're going to regret ever having said anything.
Right. Do it to when you see yourself.
Oh, thank you so much.
I get dinner with me, so enjoy.
Oh, look at this. I even have a fleur.
What do you think? I mean,
that was so cute.
Yeah, you look great in hats.
Yeah,
it's
like it?
It's just a matter of like how you feel. Like, do you feel like it matches with your outfit? I do think.
I don't know. I want something that's quite I can wear with a whole array of different outfits. Something that's a bit versatile.
Right.
Is this versatile?
Hat
Alright,
number 2.
we're trying a new colour now because it's really different from the last one. Here we are, having an existential crisis. Do we go the beige or do we go the white? I think we go this one. Do we go this one?
You think that one? I like the other one better in my
Do
opinion.
you?
I do like
the
the
other one. No.
Your cheeks. So with your whole drop the plus hash.
Yeah.
What was the mission with that, and how was the pushback, if any, did you receive with that?
So with Drop the Plus, it came about because any model over a US size 4 is automatically labeled plus size, which is crazy.
It is.
I think anyone would agree with that. It's just very misleading, and it every time, because I was automatically labeled plus size coming into the industry, and to begin with I didn't have a problem with it. But when the public started reacting to it and my followers started saying things like, how can you be plus size? What does that make me? I think it gave them a very warped idea of what normality was and what was normal. And then they started feeling abnormal because suddenly they were put in this category as well. Because the plus size label flows on from the modeling industry to the general public. I mean, it would be okay if it was an industry term that stayed within the industry. However, when articles are written, it's always plus size model, and you see a woman there that's of average size that just looks like an average woman going down the street. And you don't call models that are size 2s or 0s or 4s minus size, they're just known as models, which implies that they're the norm and that's what's normal. So why call everyone else plus size? And so it came about and it became a phenomenon. There was some backlash, but it was very slight, and it was mostly coming from models that did embrace the label, that did want to be called plus size, that were working for plus size brands, and they argued that there was a community behind the label and that I was undoing all this good that had been done, and I can definitely see where they're coming from. You know, we should be accepting and normalizing bigger bodies. However, if you want to normalize them, don't refer to them as something that's an other, like this plus size. It just puts them in this other category. It's not actually achieving what they want to achieve. I think it's about uniting women instead of separating them based on what size they are. It just seems insane.
So tell them what just happened.
So we were just walking casually down the street, and then Andre 3000 pops up out of nowhere, right? So what do? We give him the sunflower.
And then proceed to chase him a block.
And then, yeah, we were really creepy and just chased him down the block, and I was like, get some footage. So we're sorry, Andre.
Guys, that's Andre 3000 with the sunflower I gave him. But he did put it in his bag, which is dope.
He did, yes. Because you're going to put the footage in, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna put. Well, I don't have the picture of him actually putting the flower in the bag, but he has it.
But
in there. Yeah,
we
you'll
saw
see it.
him, he stopped. We thought he was going into an apartment, but what was he doing? He was putting the sunflower in his bag, and then he was walking down the street with the sunflower bobbing up and down with every step he took.
Right.
It
just
was
like,
beautiful.
What's on your playlist right now? What are you listening to?
Oh, let me take my phone out. It's a whole array of different stuff. You know what? I'm always going to be a massive fan of the Pixies, which is a band that started in the 90s, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god, don't quote me on that. But I'm a massive Pixies fan, Frank Black fan. It's like alternative rock. It's cool. Your library. Alright, here we go. I have Misunderstood Genius.
Hey.
Hey, that's you!
Hey.
Frank Black and the Catholics. Neil Young.
Okay.
More Frank Black. I don't know how Celine Dion got in there, but she's in there. Philosophize This, which is a podcast. A whole heap of French music, like songs by Renaud, Serge Gainsbourg, Charlotte Gainsbourg. What else? The Smiths. Gotta love the Smiths. Whole heap of 80s stuff. Billy Idol, who happens to be my idol. No, I just love his look. He's got bleached blonde hair and he looks rad. You know what? I'm so open to listening to different songs, different music, and I definitely love the Pixies, but I don't know, I really love discovering new music. Like you said, you're going to send me some stuff, right?
I am.
Yeah, so there I am. I'm going to be learning all kinds of new things.
Oh,
hello.
Right, so,
fancy seeing you here.
right. Okay, so if you had the opportunity to speak to people of all different ages and all ethnicities in an arena, what would you say?
Well, what I said to you earlier when you proposed the question was I would be shit scared because that's a lot of people and I get nervous very easily. Well, I've thought about this question and I would say that I think everyone has a dream or an underlying desire that they want to achieve in life. And often when you voice that to people, sometimes you're met with a bit of opposition or a bit of negativity, and I think that instead of taking that personally and actually listening to that, you should use that as motivation to continue to pursue your dream. Don't ever let anyone affect you or stop you from pursuing what you really want to do.
Yeah, I mean, you're in New York for a while, so what's next for you?
I don't know what's next for me. Every day is an unknown.
An unknown adventure. An
unknown adventure, yes. Even when you get detained at border security, it's an adventure. What? That didn't happen to me.
No, couldn't happen to me. Right. All right, so where can we find you as far as your Instagram or Facebook? Where are you most active?
I'm most active on Instagram. It's Stefania_model. Because I'm a model.
I'll make sure I have the links in the description for you guys.
Thank you. But Stefania Ferrario. It's Stefania Stefania, and then Ferrario is Ferrari, but with an O for orgasm.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
All right, so any last words?
Wish me luck in New York City.
Hey.
Love you guys.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you for watching.
Cheers.
This
to
guy, he's great. Yeah,
Thank you.
he's great. Cheers.